Good morning, beautiful kings and queens. I hope that this is a beautiful and a blessed day for you all. So today I just wanted to talk about putting yourself first. So for what ends up happening for a lot of people who have soft hearts or who are empathetic, we tend to put ourselves last on the list. We want to show that we are love. We want to show that we possess love. We want to show that we are selfless. And that is one of the quickest and most easiest ways to self-destruct. When you wear your heart on your sleeve, it's kind of like a target. People will see that you have a certain softness about you. And it doesn't mean you're weak. It just means that you feel deeply. It means that you are caring, you are kind, and you are loving. But sometimes we want to prove to others that I am caring, I am loving, I am kind. So we overextend. We'll go out of the way to make sure that someone feels comfortable. We'll go out of the way to make sure that someone has the things that they need. We'll go out of the way to make sure that someone else is okay. But oftentimes in doing that, you put yourself last. You put yourself on the back burner. Now, when you haven't awoken to who you are, that might seem like that's a good idea. That might seem like it's okay because you want to show the love of God. And in doing so, you say, oh, I'll put my needs last. I'll put my self needs, my wants, I'll put my everything about me will be last because I need to show the love of God, because I need to show others that I am caring, that I am kind. But indeed, that's the wrong thing, because what ends up happening, I don't know if you've ever heard the saying that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You literally cannot. What ends up happening is you give, you do, you are there, you go out of the way, make sure everyone's okay, and no one does the same for you. So you end up depleted. You end up basically with an empty cup because you have filled the cup of so many other people. You end up with basically your soul will become drained. It's not even about resources, it's about your soul will become drained. And when you're empty, being an empathetic person, people think because you're so filled with love, they think because you are so filled with light that they no longer have to pour into you. So as an empathetic person, it is very important to guard your heart, guard your essence in a sense. And when you finally awaken to who you are, who God has created you to be, you are a source of love. You are a source of light. You are a source of joy, happiness, peace. But certain times you need to make sure that you're putting yourself first, because you can't help anybody else. Your greatest gift to others is yourself. That is your greatest gift. Bettering yourself, making sure that that cup is so full that now, because it is full, you're able to pour, you're able to share with others, you're able to give back to others. But if you are neglecting yourself and that cup is being poured out, you will eventually become empty. So I used to think that it was very selfish to put myself first. I used to think that it was very selfish to do things for myself. So what I would do is I would make sure everybody else is straight, and then I would do nothing for myself. But like I said, but once you have awakened to who you are and you've awakened to the power that you possess, you now understand it is very important that I put myself first. It is very important that I am caring for self. It is very important that I am making sure that I am okay before I tend to the needs of others. It is very important that I make sure that I am not uncomfortable trying to make other people comfortable. That is the best gift that you can give to others. The best gift that you can give to others is making sure that you are okay. okay. When certain things happen in life and you realize that, wait a second here, if something happens to me, who do I have? If something happens to me, who can I count on? And when you're hit with that harsh reality that, hey, all I got is God and all I got is myself, you'll straighten up really, really quick. You'll awaken to that really, really quick, because people are very finicky, their love, if they have not awoken, their love is very conditional. Their love is very one-sided. I'll like you, but only if I can get this out of you. I'll be your friend and I'll be kind to you, but only if you can do this for me. And when you can no longer do those things for these people, they're gone. They are gone. They are looking now for a new supply, not thinking that they have drained you of everything and left you by the wayside. They're going to go and look for somebody else. And that is on a job, that is in a relationship, that is in every aspect of life. So you need to make sure that you are taking care of you. You need to make sure you are putting your wants, your needs on the front burner, not on the back burner. Because, like I said, if something happens to you, you will see how quick you are replaceable. You will see how quick people find someone else to do what it is that you are doing for them. So make sure you are caring for self. Even if you have to wake up a few extra minutes early in the morning, just to have some quiet time, just to have some peace to yourself. It's not just the external. Make sure you are taking care of your mind. Make sure you are taking care of your spirit, your life force. Make sure that inner man is okay. Make sure that that inner man is full before you can pour into others, before you can bless others. Make sure that you are okay. Make sure of it, because there will come a time when you will see the true colors of people. You will get to understand the true colors of people. And when you see that, it's going to hurt. It's definitely going to hurt you, because as an empathetic person, as a person with a heart, you don't think that people will do you like that, but they will. They will do you like that, because they are not you. And to be honest, unless someone has come into contact with God, unless someone has done the spiritual work, done the necessary work, they can't. There's no way that they can be good to you. There's no way that they could be loyal to you. There's no way, because they have not done the work. This is human nature. Human nature is to look for self. Human nature is for basically survival, that's the human nature. So while you're here putting yourself last, while you're here pouring into the cups of others and they're receiving it, they're accepting it, they're not going to do the same for you. They won't. So as an empathetic person, or as a person that wears their heart on their sleeves, please make sure you're taking care of yourself. Please make sure that your affairs are in order. Make sure that everything pertaining to you is okay before you start to pour out of that cup. Not to say you cannot help anymore, not to say that you cannot care anymore, but now that you have awakened and now that you have become aware of self, you understand now that everyone does not have your heart. You understand now that everyone does not think like you. You understand now that everyone does not have the same moral compass that you have. And so when you recognize that, you'll realize, wait a second here, I'm killing myself for these people. I'm doing the most for these people. But when I need help, when I need assistance, I don't see anybody. It's like crickets chirping, you can basically hear it. So that's one of the things, as a person that is empathetic, I had to learn that, and I had to learn that quick. Not only that, but as empathetic people, our first language basically is energy. That's our first language. We feel very deeply. We can feel the energy of people. We can feel the energy of atmospheres, the energy of the room, the energy of just of things. So when you are that kind of person, you are very absorbent. You can walk into the room and you will take on the feelings. You will take on the weight of the room. You will take on the weight of the people that you are around. So that's another thing too, is drawing energetic boundaries. If you feel uncomfortable in a certain place, if you feel uncomfortable around certain people, you have to learn that it is okay not to go. It is okay not to want to be around certain individuals because they are now draining to your life force. That's another thing. You have to make sure not only that you're taking care of yourself in the materialistic world, you have to make sure spiritually you are also taking care of yourself. If something feels uncomfortable, it is okay. It is okay not to place yourself in these situations. It is okay not to place yourself around these people. I had to learn that I cannot fight. I can't fight what I'm feeling just to make someone else comfortable. So as an empathetic person, that is something also that you have to do. You have to draw energetic boundaries. Because, like I said, people with empathy, you wear your heart on your sleeve. You possess light. You possess love. And that can be felt. That can be felt. So a lot of times when people feel drained, they will want to come in your energy. They will want to come around you to get some of that light, to get some of that love, to get some of that energy. But now that you have awakened to who you are, it is okay to draw energetic boundaries. It's okay to say, I don't feel good in this person's presence. It is okay to say, hey, this person is draining me. I don't feel like dealing with this today. It's okay. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, until your cup has been full, until your cup is overflowing, that is when you can give. At the point of overflow, not at the point of, oh, my cup is half empty, let me give you some more. Oh, my cup is almost full, let me give you some more. No, fill that cup until it is overflowing, and you give out of that overflow. It's not selfish, it's survival, it's self-preservation. Now that you have awakened to who you are, it's okay to preserve yourself. It's okay to make sure that you are okay first. Make sure. I know that you feel bad, you hear people's situations, you know what they're going through, and the first thing, especially as an empathetic person, you want to automatically just jump and help. But maybe sometimes you're not in the position to help. Did you think about that? Did you think that, okay, me helping this person may inconvenience or put me out of my way, or think, when you have not awakened, you'll jump on the opportunity because you want to share the love and the light of God. But sometimes too, you have to think about self. There's nothing wrong with helping. There's nothing wrong with doing, but you need to make sure you are okay. So as we enter into a new month, we are entering into the month of August. 8 is the number of new beginnings. 8 is the number of new beginnings. So as we enter in, let's put that into practice. Let's put that into practice, making sure that your cup is full before you pour out, making sure that you have overflow before you go trying to assist, before you go trying to help, because you are the greatest gift that you can give to others. But if you have not maximized your potential, if you have not come to the fullness of who you are, how can you help somebody else? How can you now pour into an empty cup when your cup is empty as well? So fill yourself up. Do the things that you like. Figure yourself out. Figure out, what is it that I like to do? What is it that brings me peace? What is it that brings me joy? And when you find out what that is, do that. Do that. Do that. Make yourself happy. Do the things that are good for your soul. Go places that are good for your soul. If you don't feel comfortable, it's okay to pull away. If you don't feel good in the presence of certain people, it's okay. It's okay to pull away. You don't have to beat yourself up about that. It's okay. If you don't feel good going to a certain environment, don't go. Simple. Don't go. Because in this next season of life, you have to make sure that your cup is full. God desires for you to be whole. He desires for you to prosper above all, even as your soul prospers. So your soul also needs to be prospering, not just in the material world. Your soul should be prospering. And then when your soul begins to prosper, then you become so full that you can give to others, you can share to others. We're like sponges. Whatever we soak up, when you squeeze that sponge, whatever is in that sponge, whether it be soap, dirty water, clean water, it's going to come out. So you need to make sure that whatever you're soaking up is of good quality, so that when you are squeezed, when the things of life come, that's what you will exude to another human being. So fill yourself up. You like books? Read books. You like the beach? Go to the beach. You like nature? Go sit in nature. Whatever it is that makes you happy, find something and do it. Fill your cup and fill it to the brim. And then after it's been filled to the brim, that excess that's leaking over, then you can pass that to somebody else. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful day.